I'm all about anger. I'm all about hate. If it serves us, if it creates an impetus in us to create something from that, right? I'm not like, oh, ooh, love and light. No, 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 no. I'm about the anger and the hate if you can use that to get you somewhere. Do you have sisters?
I have a younger sister.
A younger sister.
She's 4 years younger than me.
Yeah. Okay. Did your younger sister get the fuck out of town like you did?
No, she played by the rules and always stayed very close to home and still is very close to home.
Okay.
Like home being mom and dad kind of thing.
Yeah. Would it have been better for her if she did? Get the hell out.
Uh, I think so, yeah. I think possibly, but that's just my perspective. I don't know
No, no, no,
if
no. It's whoever this is, grandmother, great grandmother. I don't know who this is. Um, happy that you got out of town. Personal question, but we're amongst friends.
Yep.
Um, did you ever have an abusive relationship where somebody put his hands on you and then you turned around and put your hands on him?
Yes.
Yes. Um, big thumbs up from her on that, because you should have throttled that son of a bitch. Big, big thumbs up from her for that.
Okay.
It feels like when you decided to put your hands on this person, that set your life spinning in a different place. Like it caused like a fulcrum. It caused something to happen that brought you into a different place.
Okay.
Good on you for that.
Mhm.
Again, our spirits are very funny, right? Because they're not all like, no, you shouldn't hit people, you shouldn't, blah blah blah. No, they want us to hit people sometimes. They want us to have boundaries for us. They want us to not be trampled upon or hurt. That's what they want. And if it requires us hurting other people, all the better, right?
Well, I just popped into my mind. Like I've had in my younger years, I wouldn't say that I was physically abused by a partner or anything like that, but I've had tumultuous relationships where I'd always kind of fight back, but it was never like I was never beaten or anything like that. But my mom did used to hit me, and I once hit her back, and she never hit me again after that.
Do you see how we went from it's good for you to get the hell out of town to this tumultuous relationship where you hit somebody, and you did have a relationship with your mom, it just wasn't romantic.
Yeah. Yes.
But she put her hands on you, and then you put your hands back on her, and it stopped it, created a shift in you,
Yeah.
right? Like your Catholic past is never far behind you.
Hmm.
And the reason for you to know that is okay. No world religion, no major world religion, no human has ever gotten it all right, okay? Has never gotten it all right. Actually, it's impossible for us as humans. This is like an ant trying to understand quantum physics. It's not going to happen. We are not going to understand what comes after this, because if we could understand it and experience it, why would we have it? You've got to know that some of what you're doing, and this isn't bad or good, this is just some of what you're doing in your spiritual practice has tones of Catholicism, but not Christianity. And that's
Really?
a weird thing to say.
I can't even imagine how that could be. I can't say one thing that I feel that being raised in a Catholic family and in a family that there's a lot of judgment, very judgmental parents. A lot of people in our family, most are very judgmental, and that's something that I struggle with is being judgmental. And if anything, I would say that's one thing that like really, really pisses me off because I feel like that's been attached to me from the way I was raised. And if there was anything left in me from that religion would be that.
Okay.
And I'm always conscious. I'm like, you're kind of being judgy, like the thoughts that pop into my head. But yeah, it's something that really bothers me about myself, and that I feel adopted from my upbringing. I don't know, like in my practice, I can't really picture anything, but I'm gonna reflect on that.
Right. No. I think what it is I think that you venerate or work with a spirit who wore a different mask in a different version of something. Okay. So in Christianity or Catholicism, for me, it's a load of horseshit. Right?
Yeah, totally.
Right. But that's not to say that there were not mystics or people with abilities that touched upon major veins of power that got co-opted by the Christian faith. Okay? So and I don't spout this often, and I only tell people this because it's actually the truth, but I'm a big believer in angels. And I don't see angels as Christian or Catholic. I see them as kind of like the real word for them from thousands of years ago were angelos, and they're like gods or deities, but I see them as super duper spirits, never human, right? That are agents of balance. And I don't see them as good or bad. There are these figures, deities, gods, spirits, whatever, a word, that have interest in us and are compassionate for us, but there's also ones that create destruction because our world and creation run on cycles of destruction and growth. Expansion, restriction, okay? Your master, right? Guy with the horns.
Yeah.
He's in the Catholic religion. I'll guarantee you that.
That's very disturbing to think.
Think of them as great powers with different filters. And I'm not saying that he was in the Catholic religion as a good guy. I'm not saying that he was in the Catholic religion as a bad guy. But this super duper spirit is seen in filters, other filters, like Hecate. Hecate seen in other world religions and mythologies through different filters. All right? Meaning that don't look at them through lenses of good and bad. Look at them through lenses of balance, right? Destruction, COVID-19, a period of restriction and destruction, all right? These agents that we all work with can be appealed to bring about creation and bring about destruction. Nothing good, nothing bad about them, all right? But somewhere, somehow, I have a real hard time with master, calling anybody or anything master. Real hard time with that, just on a personal level. But the being that you work with has been seen in other major world religions. Okay? So that's not for you to upend your entire spiritual practice and say, fuck that, fuck him, I'm not working with him, blah, 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 blah. It's not to say that. But this is a message that some truths and fundamental principles can be found in all world religions, every single one of them, because there have been people that have practiced in there that are not idiots or selfish or trying to manipulate them. Right now it is Christianity for us. Other times it was Islam. Other times it was Buddhism. Other times all of these major world religions can have people who get attached to them and fuck with other people.
Could it just be that I was raised as a Catholic, and I mean, I don't like to look at the horned being that I work with to be an influence. Like, the thought of it being an influence of the Catholic religion is really bothering me right now.
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I don't
Yeah,
think that he was an influence or created it or any of that. I think that so it's the idea of like Odin, Odin, right?
yeah,
The Norse and the runes and all that.
yeah.
Odin was, how do I say it? Odin was conscripted and was told by people that he was the devil, right? And he wasn't the devil. But in that corner of the world, he was that antithesis to their agenda. Okay. So what I'm saying here is that this horned being, while might call him the devil, he's not the devil. He's not Lucifer. Okay? That's not what that is. So I don't want you to think that your practice and this horned being, I don't want you to think that you're a closet Catholic. And I might
Yeah.
be failing to describe it as I am. In your offerings, do you bring eggs? You smoked in high school?
Yeah, I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
I don't anymore, yeah.
But in high school you did, right?
Yeah.
Um, I gotta ask you, did you smoke when you got into public school?
Like the public high school?
Yeah.
Yep. I smoked probably from 17 to about 27 years of age.
But you didn't smoke until you were out of the Catholic and into the public high school?
No, I was smoking still in the Catholic high school. Yeah. I kind of started around that time.
You did, okay.
Yeah.
Around smoking, did that give you a sense of freedom?
I honestly can't remember. I probably just did it to be cool. I probably started smoking just to fit in.
Okay.
Can't imagine anything deeper than that.
No. Anything that brings you pleasure, and this is going to sound really weird. Anything that brings you pleasure, as long as it's not killing you, is okay, is good. There's a sense of smoking as liberation from chains that would have bound you. It's and it's interesting because I can't tell people that smoking is good, right? This spirit that's around you. I'm just going to ask you: do you have ovaries that hurt?
I've had problems, but I'd say not on a regular. No, I think I'm coming to a close end of that cycle of my life. Yeah, so I've had endometriosis probably about 12, 13 years ago. So there was a fair bit of pain associated with that. But I had that resolved with surgery, and nothing that really would stand out today, I guess.
Okay. Very, very. I can't shake the image until I say it, and I have to have you know this. Things. I believe the wind indweller, Gwyn, the devil, the master, whoever you'd want to. I believe that he likes a visceral pleasure. All right, visceral pleasure, things that give a person pleasure, and this could be food, sex, drugs, alcohol, things like that, right? Because there's, I don't know why. There is. Oh my gosh, this is really awkward.
That's okay. Go ahead. I'm ready. Give it to me. Lay it on me.
When you the pain around your ovaries, all right? Do you notice that it goes away or it has lessened or diminished the more sexually active or the more orgasmic you are?
I haven't paid attention to that. I might have to. Okay. I can't really give you a straight up answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to freak you out a little bit here. And I might not freak you out. It depends on your flavor of what you're into. But
It's okay. I'm good. I'm tough. I can handle it.
um, in moments where you give yourself sexual pleasure, and you think that you're alone, you're not alone. I don't believe that you've been alone for a real long time.
I think I know that.
Okay. Do you see how
Yep.
awkward that is for me to say?
Yep. And that's fine. It's not, it's fine. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in this group.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Because those things that, it's very interesting, those things that bring you pleasure and then those things that set you free are things that this spirit is very much about, right? Not, not, it's like good you smoke cigarettes because you became your own person. Not good you smoke cigarettes because you're poisoning yourself, but good you smoke cigarettes because you're your own person. Experiencing pleasure and experiencing joy, that in and of itself is an offering to spirits in general, but to the spirit that you're working with.
Okay.
All right. So when you're experiencing pleasure or joy, you have to know that that in and of itself is a food. Okay.
Okay.
The next time you make offerings, bring 9 eggs.
Okay.
There's something about the eggs. Something
Okay.
something about the eggs and something about, girl, get the sex on, get your sex on. Okay.